And thank you once again for tuning in to the Other People Show. This is a great show tonight. I'm Adam. With me tonight is...
Hello, I'm Keaton.
And Keaton has never been a part of a radio show before. Is that correct?
That is correct. First time.
So you're a radio virgin,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Radio version.
Okay. So this is you're breaking the cherry tonight,
I'm breaking it.
and we're very thrilled to be in studio tonight. On this, it's a rainy night.
Oh, it's a storm.
So if you're just tuning in, please check out the Other People's Show on YouTube. You can see us on KingNetworkTV.com. You can go to King Network on Roku and Fire Stick. Download the app, and we are on there. We do On the Movies on Thursdays. We do the Other People's Show, excluding tonight, on Thursday nights, and the late dates Fridays at midnight. So Keaton, what have you been up to lately, man?
I've just been working, you know.
Yeah, you working your fingers to the bone.
I'm working.
Okay. Now, you said you've never been in and done radio before. What made you want to try to step in and try this out?
Well, you know, I couldn't really tell you. I figured I'd try, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I watched your shows, so I was like, let me jump on.
Jumping board seat. Very cool. Very cool. Now, if everyone's out there, please like and share the video. And we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff tonight. And we're going to be recording. If you're up for it, we're going to do 2 episodes tonight.
That's fine.
We'll do 2 episodes, and we're going to have some new people in all the time. So thanks for tuning in for that. Now, I know that we had talked about before some urban legends in the show. You could watch and comment in. Now, what are some urban legends that you grew up with?
Well, there was a few games I played that included the Mothman.
Okay.
Yeah. And I grew up with the Mothman, the Sasquatch. And
Did those ever really scare you or anything, or were you just knew of them?
I just knew of them. They didn't really scare me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, I guess I could be scared if I was to see one.
Yeah.
I guess hearing about it, it's completely different.
Now, there's a video that's out on YouTube, and I think it's a very creepy video. It's, I think it's in another country, but it's from POV, someone's inside of this little, tiny little truck, and they're out in the middle of nowhere, and they're just driving, and a road where nothing's around them. Didn't expect that to happen there. Oops. But you can get 2% cash back. So
That's all that matters.
yes, that's all that matters. So as these people were driving, and I'm not sure if it was just one person or 2 people in the truck, that they were in front of them was just this creepy person or creature, and they were moving kind of shaky like they do in I don't know, The Ring or one of those kind of scary movies. And
As if they're possessed.
yes, they're possessed. And as the vehicle is backing up, you can hear it almost stalling and almost stopping. And this lady, it looks like a lady maybe, but this person is coming toward. I'm going to put the video, the link up on there so people can check it out. And but it's very creepy thing. And when I watch it, I do get chill bumps about it, and I'm a little bit even talking about it. As you can see in studio, see everyone out there, the hair on the arms. But I've never experienced anything like that. But I often wonder, if I were faced with an intruder or a real life legend, how would I respond? How do you think you would respond? Do you think you would be able to handle it, or would you cower over?
Well, I guess that goes upon your pot of plot. You just had your adrenaline rushes.
Yeah.
Personally, mine is thought.
Okay.
Sometimes my family does try to scare me. And
Really? How did give us an example. How did they try to scare
I'll
you?
give you a good example. My aunt, when I usually come in the door late at night, sometimes she usually, sits right around the corner of the door.
Yeah.
And, I lock the door, I lock up, making sure everything's safe. And then out pop, and then here she comes. Just boom. And then it's just to the point where I'm like, I gotta pull my punch because I don't want to hit her right in the face,
Right.
So I got the fight in me.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say I'd run away. But against probably a stature of maybe the Mothman or the Sasquatch.
Right.
There's no way I'd be able to take it.
Right.
There's no way.
Okay. So have you ever watched the Strangers or the Strangers Pray at Night, one of those type movies?
Yeah.
So if you were, like in those type of movies, they're, the people that are, I guess, being victimized, they're pretty much alone.
Yeah.
No one else is around,
Right.
and there's some people with kind of, I guess, bags or sacks on their head.
Yeah, like Burlap sacks.
Yeah. Did you find that creepy? Or like they're out in the woods in the first one, the second like a vacant trailer court or something. But they kind of like, I was watching part 2 the other night, and the kid, the teenage kid, originally you wouldn't think that he would be able to survive.
Right.
But near the end, he's seen his dad killed. I think he's probably seen his mother killed.
So this kid's completely traumatized.
Yeah, and then at this point, just adrenaline takes place, and he just fights one of those people.
Really?
And
So is it actually a person?
yeah, it does end up being a person.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's a person with the intent to kill.
Yes.
So, okay.
Just because they were home for no other reason.
Okay. Just because they wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do you think now we do have a serial killer podcast
Yeah.
that we're going to be doing in the near future.
Okay.
Now, do you think it's more like creepy when someone has a motive to kill someone, or when they don't have a motive and they're just killed?
I think. Well, it's going to sound a little weird, but
Okay.
I don't think a motive is that scary.
Exactly.
But I think if someone, was just killing someone just to do it,
Yeah,
I think that would be top notch, way scarier for sure.
I think so too.
Because I did just finish watching a movie the other day.
Okay.
It's called The Strangers, Pray at Night.
Okay, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
When the kid
Yeah.
kills that, he starts taking on that one of the people, and they fall into that swimming pool.
Yeah.
And that's when he's like,
Yeah. I think that's the first one.
The first
I
one.
didn't watch the second one the other day.
Okay.
But it has the same aesthetic. I think. I'm trying to think of a bigger killer. He carries an axe. He wields an axe, and I think he actually wears a burlap sack.
Okay.
Maybe it's a mask because he has 2 other accomplices,
Right.
and they both wear like a purge top mask.
Okay.
But there was a point where the main character shot one of the killers, and she asked, "What is your reason?" And she just said, "I just wanted to do it."
Right.
So I think that's way more scarier.
I do too. I
than
do
someone
too.
having like an actual motive
Motive to do
for
it.
sure.
Now, it always does disappoint me in the horror movie genre quite often when a motive is, unless it's a really good motive. But, like you said, if you don't have a motive, I really do think that's a lot more
It's
creepy.
definitely something internal.
Yeah. So, now I know that, are you big into horror movies?
Yeah, I've been binging horror movies like the past week.
Okay.
I just finished a trilogy of them.
Okay, so you watched The Strangers Pray at Night. Okay.
I just finished with my buddy. It's called Fear Street.
How was that? I saw that on Hulu?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix, okay.
It could be on Hulu.
Okay.
Our boss actually mentioned it.
Okay.
So it's a trilogy. It's 3 parts. So you got part 1, which is set in 1994. Part 2, which is in 1978, and then part 3, which is set in 1666.
Okay.
But it's kind of like an array of like an 80s slasher film.
Okay.
It's kind of funny,
Right.
kind of gory in a
Right.
weird, funny way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not sound sadistic.
Right.
But,
Hey, this is a sadistic show sometimes.
Hey, sorry, I gotta pop my cherry, I guess. But the whole reason behind it is there's like a crematorium, and in part 3 you actually figure out what that crematorium is, and
Okay.
how it came apart. To set up the part 1 and 2.
Right.
So basically, what it is crematorium, and someone made a deal with the devil.
Okay. Okay.
And what the deal was is the person who made the deal wanted to prosper, like his bloodline wanted to prosper. And what would happen is, since he gave the devil his word, what would happen was the summoner, the guy who came in contact with the devil, would have these killers.
Okay.
What would happen is he'd write their name, like the devil would write their name into like a wall of stone, and they would actually become like a slasher.
Okay.
And what would happen is they only needed to kill one person, just so the devil would be fed by the blood.
Right.
But instead, the slasher went on a rampage and killed multiple people.
Okay.
Just so the devil would be happy.
Was the devil happy?
Yeah, the devil was always happy.
Okay.
Because you find out later it's been going on for 300 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to Kelsey and Susie.
Hello.
Susie Light and Kelsey Kaiser for tuning in, as well as many others. Ray, and we've got Heather and many others. So thank you for tuning in. Also, you're going to be able to check this out on Spotify,
Yes.
the Other People's Show, and soon it will be airing on a station as well. So that's going to be really cool. So something else that I was kind of we watched. Did you watch any of those while we're talking about the horror movies? The Annabelle movie.
Yeah.
So we watched I guess Annabelle Creation
Yeah.
the other night, which I thought was pretty good. They did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But I've not seen them all, but I think that after that one, I might want to check the ones that I missed out.
Did you ever watch The Nun?
I haven't watched The Nun. Is that part of Annabelle?
It's all tied in.
Okay.
Yeah, with the Conjuring.
I've seen the first two Conjurings.
Yeah, it's all tied in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I might have,
Huge world universe.
we might have to do at one point on the movies. We could do the Annabelle series.
For sure.
Yeah, maybe do that, or maybe
watch it.
yeah, me too. So here's a question that's been asked time and time again by multiple people. So I thought I would just bring it up, and you didn't know that I was going to ask this. If you had the choice, would you want to live forever? You got to drink. It's whatever your favorite drink is,
Right.
and all you have to do is drink it, and you want to have eternal life.
You have to drink it every day, though.
No, you don't have to drink
You
every
drink
day.
it once.
You just have to drink it one time, and you will. Whatever age you drink it is the age
I'll
that
stay
you
at.
live. Yes,
And I'll never age.
never age.
Okay.
So would you take this drink, or what would be the pros? And Susie said she would love to be immortal. And she's saying the Nun and Annabelle, they're awesome as well. So that's pretty cool. Stacy, hello Stacy, she said watch the Nun also. But yeah, would you want to? You think live forever?
This is actually a common question to ask my friends.
Okay.
It really is. Personally, now, as in immortal, you mean I could never die?
Right.
So you're saying if the Earth was to explode, I'd still be alive?
Now I would say I'd say in this circumstance, if the Earth does explode, you will explode as well.
Okay, so I could die in that sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you won't age like you would pretty much everybody would die. Pass you by and die, but yet you would still be, 21 years old?
Yeah, forever.
Forever.
I think I would take it.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
A pro of that, what I would think is you just have so much knowledge.
Right.
And I know it's kind of a bad thing to say, but I guess people would look at you as like a god.
I was thinking that as well because you've got some pros and cons there. You've got some pros because one, you would look, young forever.
Of course.
You have youth on your side. You have the knowledge that you said that you would gain, and then you would be able to meet so many interesting people because you wouldn't be able to stay in one place.
You can go all over the place.
And how long do you think you would have to stay in one place before people would start catching on? Hey, he's not really aging. What's going on?
I'd say you probably have to live there maybe 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
I think before people actually start catching on. Maybe even 5.
Yeah.
If you live in maybe like a small community, and you keep having birthdays, and how older people get. They start having birthdays, they start throwing like a beer party or something.
Yes.
Start grilling out. You never know, my neighbor could come over and be like, Keith's not aging. It's not looking.
Not looking good.
He's supposed to be, he's supposed to be like 48 by this time.
Yeah.
He's still looking like he's 21.
Yeah.
So it's either he's got good genes,
Or he's got some good, plastic surgery or something.
Good plastic surgery. Yeah. I'm just glowing.
Yeah. So Jeff said he was talking about, I think there's a little bit of a delay, but Jeff said that old devil, he is a trickster. That he is.
Oh, yeah.
But you think, you think you would take the potion or the drink to stay forever
Of
young?
course.
How would it affect you? Like how much do you think it would affect you, like your friends? Everybody, the only downside really would be you'd have to constantly move, which would be a plus.
Yeah.
But
See the world.
everyone that you've ever known would be dying,
Yes.
except you
Except, yeah.
or whoever drank.
Yeah. Now, do you have to drink the entire thing? Can I just take a sip? Theoretically.
I would say you would need to drink the entire
Drink the
thing.
entire thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this. I've got a mug. There's a mug right here,
Okay.
and it's got a little bit of remnants of the old Forever Young potion inside. But I'm not going to drink it here.
Right, of course.
So this,
Yeah.
yeah. So this is it. I'll pass it to
Yeah,
Keaton.
for sure. Let me grab one of that.
Keaton said he's wanting a little bit of that, so he may drink that
Yeah.
to stay Forever Young. So he might be 21 years old.
Yeah. I guess you'll see in 40 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, that is an interesting. That's pretty interesting that you bring that up.
Yeah.
That you and your friends
yeah.
often talk about that.
Yeah, we do. I don't know. I guess it's kind of like a gamer thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Because we play a lot of Xbox, and we talk a lot when I'm not working or when I get off.
Yeah.
It's just a common thing we ask each other.
Okay.
Because it's we love each other. As like a brotherhood. You know what I mean? And we don't want to see each other go.
Right.
Obviously, but I think if I was given the chance, or if any of my friends would give the chance, I would agree that they would be okay with that,
Mhm.
living forever, just because of the knowledge and all the people you can meet.
I think it would be a good. It would be a tough thing,
Of course.
but I think overall it would. The benefits would outweigh the negatives. Yeah.
I mean, for sure, you would definitely have like a big ass bloodline. Like your bloodline would be like pretty massive,
Yeah.
just because.
Yeah. It would be, and I wonder, and I guess you wouldn't know, but if you did create a child with someone, would that child get the gene to live forever? Or
Okay.
I don't think it would because they didn't drink. And would you really want to be a little baby
Right.
forever?
Live forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah.
It could be like you ever watch the show Invincible?
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it before.
Okay, well, it's based off a comic book series, and what it is the dude's called Omni-Man.
Okay.
And what it is, he ages very slow, but as he grows older, he actually gets stronger.
Okay.
So I think it's a point of that where maybe they might age a little bit slower as a baby, but I
Right.
think once they hit maybe like after puberty and hit a prime, I think they might
Right.
just slow down even more and to be somewhat immortal.
Right.
But
Well, see, I watched a movie today called Old. It was a new movie that came out, and it's where, have you heard of it before?
no, I haven't.
It's a new M. Night Shyamalan movie, and it's where these, I think it's like 8 people. They end up going to this resort, and they end up going on this remote beach. But the beach makes them, or the, I won't give it
Oh,
away,
you're
but
saying it speeds up their aging process?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't see a commercial on that.
yeah, and they age rapidly within one
Yeah,
day.
didn't like that little boy fall in the water and he came out like 30 years old?
Kind of like that, yeah. But it did have some very interesting points. So it was a little long,
Yeah.
about 15 minutes too long. But the movie itself, they did a good job with it. So I would recommend that.
Okay.
Also, before we move on, if anyone wants to check out some Living Forever movies, they could watch Man from Earth, The Fountain. Have you watched that one
Yeah,
with
no.
Hugh Jackman? The Age of Adeline. That's got Blake Lively and Harrison Ford. Tuck Everlasting. That was a book that we had to read when I was a kid. Have you ever read that book?
What was it called?
Tuck Everlasting. It's something to do with
I think I have.
and Death Becomes Her. I don't know if I mentioned that one. That's a fun movie. Have you heard of that one before? Bruce Willis is in that one, and they are him and Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep. They're offered the Fountain of Youth potion,
Okay.
but in that movie, they can get hurt.
Right.
But like for example, one of them gets a shotgun blast through the chest,
Okay.
but they're still able to be alive.
So does that come with like regenerative properties?
Kind of, yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Wolverine?
yeah.
Okay.
But over time, in Death Becomes Her, they have like destroyed their bodies so much that they're pretty much pasted and glued together
Right.
that they just don't really resemble humans.
Even anymore.
Yeah, like a puzzle piece
So
human.
they kind of look at the monster from the Goonies.
Kind of like what's his name? The one who goes, "Hey, you guys!" That one.
Yeah. Hey, you.
What's his? I
What
can't.
was his name?
I can't remember. Is it Sloth?
I think it is.
Is that its name? If anyone knows what the Goonies monster is, I think it's Sloth, but I might be completely wrong about that. So, have you ever seen a ghost? Do you think that you've ever seen a ghost?
Have I seen a ghost?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't seen one, but I've heard some shit.
Okay.
Sure. For sure.
Like what? What did you hear?
Well, just recently, my family went on vacation
Okay.
back to Florida, and I was home all week.
Right.
And
Home Alone, by
I
the
was
way.
home alone.
Okay.
I was home alone.
Did they leave you a lot of snacks or no?
They went to the grocery store.
Okay, so you had some good stuff.
Yeah, they got me like some microwave meals and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
And of course, I got my beer. I bought my beer on the side.
What beer do you drink?
Well, I wouldn't really call it a beer, but I kind of course, we work at a liquor store, so
Right.
I drink the liquor there. But I also drink maybe like a wine cooler, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, like some Seagram, some hard Mike's, or
Mike's
maybe
Hard
some
Lemonade? Yeah.
Mike's.
Yeah, those aren't bad.
I don't think you'd really call that beer.
Better than beer.
Better. Than
I think
I
so.
mean, I've had a few like Angry Orchards, but that's just not my thing. It's just too bitter for me.
Yeah. Are you big into beer?
No, I just
Me either.
I used to drink with my older friends, and they used to drink made me drink like PBR.
Yeah.
I think that's something that what drowned me out.
It turns you against it.
Because PBR is just so cheaply made.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not hating on you guys for drinking it. Just
No.
not my thing. No.
But yeah, not our
Drink
thing.
your beer.
Please do. But yeah, okay, go
Like
ahead.
I said, I was home alone. I had all my snacks. There'd be some times where I'd be like in my room playing Xbox. I always take one earmuff off
Yeah.
because I'm so used to being able, like having everyone home and be like hollering at me to do
Right.
stuff. So I'd have one earmuff off, and I swear, man, I'd be hearing some like strange shit.
Really?
I swear to God, there was one time I'd be playing like Overwatch. It was maybe 10 o'clock at night, and I swear to you, I heard the fridge open.
Really?
I swear, and it's a very distinct sound. No other door in the house makes that sound.
No one did you like think would happen?
Well, I was like, well, if they come in here, they can catch these hands.
Right.
If they also come here, I'm probably going to run like a little girl. But no one came in.
Okay,
I
good.
didn't lock my door, but I played a lot of games, and ghosts can just phase through stuff. I
Right.
don't know what locking my door was going to do, but you know what? It just gave
It-
me like
it-
a safety
It
mechanism.
made you feel better.
Yeah, maybe a little bit better.
Okay.
I had in my mind that if it was a ghost, they'd probably just walk through that door. They don't care.
Now, I was playing a couple years back, playing Silent Hill Downpour, I think.
That's a very good game.
And I never had played any Silent Hill game
It's like
before.
a pretty scary game.
It was
You don't know
creepy.
what to expect.
Yeah.
Did you?
I lived in a bigger house, but my roommate was gone. So I was in that complete house by myself. Lights out, except the bathroom light. But I don't want to walk down the hallway where it's completely dark. You know? Yeah. Step your toe,
Trip on a dog or something.
Yeah. be afraid.
Yeah, just be afraid.
So the Silent Hill game really creeped me out. Especially like you said, when you don't know what to expect if you've never played it before. So that was pretty fun. I've never actually experienced any kind of ghostly figure or anything. Not that I don't believe in that. I'm not sure where I stand. Yes, I'm not against it. I just haven't seen it.
I mean, if it's now, there's one thing I can say. It's I do watch scary movies at night. And I tend to not get scared.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because they're actually more. They're made to be scary.
Yeah.
But I guess in the common sense, I think it's kind of funny sometimes because it's fake.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I just get in my head at night and I can just, my brain is like, your brain's terrible.
Yeah. Because mind over matter and almost everything.
If you're thinking negatively or not at night, it can play some jokes on you.
Yeah.
I think that's what was happening. It was playing some audible cues in my head saying that the fridge door did open and close. But,
Yeah, and so it really, that's probably, I think, one of the most deadliest things we have is our mind.
The brain actually named itself.
Yeah. And you're actually, are you a EMT?
Not really.
Not really?
I don't have my,
But you know about that kind of.
yeah, of course. I don't Virginia never signed on my certification.
Okay, right.
But, in that field, you kind of expect the worst. It's horrible to say that, but it's always good to expect
Right.
the worst. Because if I go into that knowing that this is probably the worst case scenario, I know what to do exactly.
Right.
But if I go in and they go, over the radio, they go, there's a gunman and he shot somebody, and I go in and there was actually no shots, then I'm okay with that.
Right.
Because I've already made myself think that there probably is someone that's been gunned down,
Right.
and they probably have a few gunshots in them. So,
Wow.
And when that doesn't happen, you get like a weight.
Right. What was one of the, if you can say one of the worst things that you've had to deal with as far as that goes?
I can't say I've had any really bad experiences. Like with somebody like hurting themselves or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe just like a few odd falls, a little older people, fall and
Right.
hurt themselves. I say that's probably about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still devastating things, though.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
You walk in and you can hear just the agonizing screams, and you can hear the terror in their voice.
Yeah.
Because they are older and they're very fragile, and they don't know what's going to happen next.
I guess neither do you. Well, I mean, we're going in there, yeah.
But it is my job to be very simple. Really be empathetic to those people.
Right.
I always try to be nice to them and call them, "Hey, man,"
Right.
I try to be really nice to them.
You never call him a dirtbag or anything, do you?
No.
Okay, good.
No. Unless I know.
That's what you call a dirtbag. Get off the floor.
Yeah. Of course.
But other than that, you're very nice and
I'm
cordial.
very polite, so I'm very formal, professional.
Yes. Well, this has been a fun show, Keaton. I'm glad you joined us. This is the first episode of meeting. Hopefully, Keaton will be in. We're getting ready to head out, record episode. I don't know what number this is, but another episode. But I think, Keaton, we have Carnival Season 3 approaching, and you're interested in that. So, yeah. So, thanks for Keaton for joining us. Stick around just a few more minutes on StreamYard. We will be broadcasting again. Like I said before, check out KingNetworkTV.com, the Other People's Show on YouTube, and go like the Facebook page. And soon we're going to be on Spotify with this episode as well as many others.
We're going to be famous.
Yes. So, everyone, thanks for checking this out. I'm Adam,
And I'm Keaton.
and we will be back in just a few moments.
See ya.
Good night.